Welcome, Nadine Ranking. Nadine, you are the representative of Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board, and you're actually based in London. Now, everybody knows about Bahamas Tourist Office, but what's Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board? May I ask you, what is the role of Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board?
Yeah, of course. Hi, everybody. So the Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board is all about the main hotels in the destination of Nassau and Paradise Island. That includes Cable Beach as well. So all the big hotels that you would know, Sandals, all of the Bahama properties, Atlantis, Margaritaville, Comfort Suites, Grey Cliff. So yeah, the vast majority of the hotels in Nassau and Paradise Island. And so our job really is to bring the focus of attention to our hotel, our member hotels, and drive heads into beds. That's really our raison d'etre, our reason for being, to fill those hotels.
Well, wonderful. I think, most of our tourists come through Nassau and come through Paradise Island. It is the hub into the Bahamas. When you fly in with British Airways, you land in Nassau and then you go onwards to Paradise Island. And then also if you travel to Bahamas as an island hopping destination, a majority of the clients are staying in Nassau and Paradise Island. It is our biggest tourist attraction as such, so you've got a big job to fill here, Nadine, as such. What do you expect now this year to achieve from the European market? We all know that it's the US that normally dominates the Bahamas, but Europe keeps on growing. And what is your key achievement that you're aiming for 2020 and 2023?
Well, the really exciting news for us here in Europe is that we've now got more direct flights than we've ever had before. Unfortunately, they are all out of London at the moment, but there is a lot more scope and flexibility. And of course, we know that a lot of bookings go via the States, whether that's straight through on a same-day connection. There's lots of opportunities out of Europe to same-day connect to Nassau, or as part of a twin centre or multi-centre itinerary with the USA and also Canada. We know that that's popular, using Air Canada to travel via Toronto, but really our primary objective is to make sure that those London flights succeed. So not only are we aiming for heads in beds, we're also aiming for bums in seats. And so with currently during the winter season, 8 flights a week, there's lots and lots of scope to grow the European direct business, and lots of flexibility.
Well, we can see already that the numbers of frequency out of Germany and Switzerland on British Airways are increasing. And luckily, because Virgin, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Virgin is in a cooperation with KLM and Air France. And so the French market can use these Virgin flights in addition. So there's a big frequency out of France, or big capacity out of France that can reach your beautiful part of the island. And Nadine, tell me, when are tour operators, or for what are tour operators reaching out to you, the product managers? What kind of discussions would you have with product managers, and when makes it sense that they come and contact you?
Yeah, I mean, for the product managers, what we can help with is going through the hotel portfolio, talking about the differences between, the different hotels and the kind of product and experience that they can offer, making introductions either directly to the hotels or making a recommendation to work through Majestic Holidays, because you can book all of the hotels through Majestic Holidays. So if you're just starting out featuring the Bahamas, or if you've been featuring the Bahamas but you want to add a bit more product but you're not sure how much production you can actually bring in the first year, we always have that solution of going through Majestic Holidays as a booking engine as well. And then if you build up your volume, then we can make the introduction directly to the appropriate director of sales. We have a fantastic website. NassauParadiseIsland.com is incredible as a resource, and so what we recommend anybody can do is go have a look at that site, because it'll give you lots and lots of inspiration of content, what there is to do in Nassau. and images. You can just lift the images if you want, or I can give you direct access to our image library, and there's a fantastic array of not only hotels but also the attractions and excursions and experiences in Nassau, so we can really help with your content. So those are the main things. We can do staff training if you want. We can help with fam trips. So we're there to help out with anything that we can with anything to do with Nassau and Paradise Island.
Wonderful, Nadine. We have many of your member hotels participating in our Bahamas Summit this year, which is great. I know that you will give us a comprehensive presentation just in a minute. I have one very last question before I allow you to share your presentation. ITPC used to be our show for Nassau Paradise Island only, where we invite tour operators to come and join us. Will, first of all, ITPC happen in 2022, I'm sorry, or in 23?
No, it's not going to happen in 2022. So what we are looking at is potentially a few smaller product manager and travel agent trips, familiarization trips, which we'll be collaborating with the various Bahamas tourist offices on. We are limited to using the airlines that we have out of London, so it may involve getting to London. So if you really are very interested in seeing the product and you're very serious about either introducing Nassau or expanding product, then by all means let us know, and we can we can try and include you in one of those activities. Otherwise, fingers crossed, hopefully ITPC will be back in 2023.
Thank you very much, Nadine. And now please take us through your presentation.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go through as much detail as I normally would and hog all of your time, but I just wanted to give you some of the news from the island. So I can't actually see my screen at the moment, so bear with me. Okay, so a lot has happened in Nassau since we've all been away. It's been a really, really exciting time. So not only do we have more flights than we've ever had before, but we've also got even more fantastic product. So I was just going to touch on some of those bits of news, and then hopefully my colleagues who are representing all of the hotels anyway, they'll give you the full details. But we've not been standing still through the period of the pandemic. So you're all going to be very aware, I'm sure, that Sandals reopened the Royal Bahamian Resort on the 27th of January after a $37 million renovation. And I think the key pickup on this is just how much more water they've added in that renovation. And you can see from this slide here all of those swim up suites which didn't exist before. So it's right up there with the ever-growing trend of swim up suites across the Caribbean, and I think it's looking fantastic. So this is a snapshot of the Island Village villas, which are at the back of the property in the gardens. Previously, if any of you were lucky enough to go and visit before, you might remember that those little round bathtubs were already there, but now you can see there are these lovely plunge pools. So again, just more water, and it just looks absolutely fabulous and very enticing. And then around the pool areas and fronting onto the beach, again, a full renovation, and more of a sort of, well, they're calling it Coconut Grove, and more of a sort of Miami South Beach feel to it, fresh, modern, these lovely food trucks which are open throughout the day. So I think it's going to be a wonderful experience to go to Sandals Royal Bahamian. And of course, never forget that they have another property in the Exumas, the Sandals Emerald Bay, and so doing a twin centre, putting a twin centre itinerary together with Sandals Royal Bahamian and Sandals Emerald Bay is extremely popular. And then just to give you an insight into one of the new look restaurants at Sandals. So yeah, fantastic product. So I'm having a bit of difficulty. Sometimes my slides aren't changing as quickly as I would like them to. So moving swiftly along the coastline there on Cable Beach, we get to the Bahama Resort. For any of you who aren't familiar with Bahama as an entire concept, it opened in 2017. The entire resort comprises 3 properties: Grand Hyatt Bahama with 1,800 rooms, SLS Bahama with 300 rooms, and Rosewood Bahama with 200 rooms. So we've got a fantastic product which offers, a very different experience within each of the 3 properties, but everybody has access to all the main pool areas and those incredible extensive gardens and fantastic beachfront. Only the Rosewood guests have exclusive access to that, to the pools between those little buildings, and the immediate beachfront in front of the Rosewood property. Rosewood guests can get into the central area where you'll find the casino and the S-Bar Spa through a little sort of back door, but both Rosewood and SLS have their own entrances as well. And talking of entrances, the Grand Hyatt entrance is amazing. It's very Las Vegas. It's like the Bellagio, fountains and music and playing as going on as you come up through over the bridge and into the entrance, into the lobby of the hotel, and that's where you arrive in the casino as well. So incredible, extensive resort facility, offering something for everybody, for couples, for families, for groups. So during lockdown, we got a new mini golf course, an 18-hole golf course, actually within the sort of the main grounds of the property, and that supplements the championship 18-hole course just across the road, the Royal Blue golf course. So this is a brilliant hotel resort facility for golfers, but also for families perhaps who the adults might want to play golf on the main course, but also children can join in the fun on the mini golf course too, and have lots of lovely family fun. And then the really big news, which happened last year in July, we got a water park. So the Baja Bay water park is pretty much where that arrow is pointing. So the resort, Bahama Resort, extends all the way along the beach there to the new water park. And all guests at all 3 of these hotels have full access to that water park. It's included in the cost of your stay. And it's a 15-acre park. You can see in the bottom right-hand picture just how extensive it is, and the slides, and there's stuff for the teenagers, there's stuff for the little ones. So a really exciting addition to the product in Nassau. Moving on to the downtown area, one of the bits of news that we have is that the cruise port and the whole waterfront area is under complete redesign. So over the next year or 2, if you go there, you possibly won't recognise it. It's going to be really exciting with lots more dining and drinking, bars, and also the shopping opportunities, the straw market, and so on. So the arriving cruise passengers, but also the staying guests within Nassau and Paradise Island, will have a fantastic new facility. And right next to the cruise port and downtown Nassau, another really exciting story. We got our new Margaritaville Resort that opened also last July, and that's a brand new build. If you're familiar with the American songwriter Jimmy Buffett, he has sort of coined a sort of a style in his music, singing about the island vibe, and he's now expanded that into a whole brand. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the Margaritaville brand in other destinations. So we have one now here in Nassau, right in the middle of downtown. So a fantastic family resort, also with a mini water park. You can walk out the front of the hotel, you're in downtown Nassau, access to the new waterfront. So a really exciting addition to the product. And this is just to give you some insight into the kind of interior design, how fresh and fun it is. Lovely family destination. And the little Fins Up water park with fantastic views out over the cruise harbour as well. And then another bit of breaking news that we learned recently is that the beach at Atlantis will be taken over by Pharrell Williams. It's going to be called somewhere else, and it will be a 400-room resort working in partnership with Atlantis Paradise Island, We actually don't know anything more than that. So possibly we might get some new information soon, but unfortunately this is all we know. This is the only image we have. As soon as we hear anything more, we'll obviously be letting you all know. And then I just wanted to put this one in. It's not new, but one of the things that we are really focusing on this year out of the European market is looking much more closely at families. We believe that the addition of the Virgin flight opens up more of a family market. They seem to be more successful in attracting families onto that brand of airline. And with the opening of the Baja Bay Water Park and the Margaritaville, we really got our minds focused on just how fantastic Nassau Paradise Island is for families. And that may not necessarily be something that you would think of, because it is a very sort of high-end aspirational destination. But you know, for those high-end wealthy families with Rosewood, with the Four Seasons, with Atlantis, they all have access, you know, fantastic family facilities. But for those who are perhaps on a bit more of a budget, then don't forget we've always got Comfort Suites, which is a lovely product, and it's very personal. It's a lovely escape at the end of the day to a quiet little haven. But anyone staying at Comfort Suites does have full access to the facilities at Atlantis, including Aquaventure. So that really represents extremely good value for money for families. You know, you can see in the room shot here, that's a standard room at Comfort Suites, very, very spacious, great family product. So don't forget that. It's a really, really good tip for opening up Nassau to families who perhaps aren't at that, you know, on the Rosewood scale or the Four Seasons scale. And then also touching on a little bit of sort of more independent traveller type products. So we do have the Paradise Island Beach Club Villas right on that Paradise Island beach, just along from the Four Seasons. You would have to book this through Majestic Holidays, I think, because it is, you know, fairly small product. But yeah, don't forget that the Bahamas is also good for more independently minded travellers. They can self-cater, they can go to the supermarket, but still be right there in the heart of the resort and enjoying the same beach facilities as you know, other the guests in the big hotels. So those were really my pointers to the sort of the key selling points and some of the product that we wanted you to look at. Just referring back to the Nassau Paradise Island website, nassauparadiseisland.com, just to show you an insight into sort of, you know, there's lists and lists of all of our hotels. Within the hotel descriptions, there are videos that you can copy those videos into your own websites. You can use all this resource, and if you go into it, it takes you on quite a journey of all the different things there are to do, and then you end up, you know, can go through to the individual websites of those experiences and of those hotels. So it is really an incredible resource, and I really do urge you to tap into it if you're looking to expand your Nassau content. And that's it. So that ends my presentation.
Well, thank you very much, Nadine, for taking us through this comprehensive information about Nassau Paradise Island. Let's hope that we will send many Europeans again to Nassau. It has started already. I know UK is leading the market at the moment. And well, you're there. If anybody wants to get in touch with Nadine, we will send you her email address and you can always reach out to her. Thank you very much and have a lovely afternoon.
Thank you.